This is Mara. Here are your price targets for Wednesday. We ended the day at $18.11, down more than 2%. To the north side from where we are takes us back to the middle of the trend and resistance at 1907. This is also a potential take profit area. Above that, at 2 standard deviations and another level of resistance, 2038, 2103, and at 4 standard deviations, roughly 2165. I do not anticipate it hitting this level on Wednesday, but if it does, you can bet it will start to fall as people take their profits and they run, they lock in, and they leave. To the south side from where we are takes us down to -2 standard deviations at 1776. -3 standard deviations and another level of support and potential buy-in area at 1709. A gap forms to the south side at 1688. -4 standard deviations and another level of support, 1646. 1629 closes out that gap. And there is another gap to the south side that begins at 1502, closes out at 1370. We are not in that channel, not in the zone, just something to be aware of. Ignore that green line. I sold out a while at that price and bought in at 1232. So that's an old trade of mine. The next one I want to go over is MSOS. We finally hit a target that I have been tracking at 950. We actually went above that price and we hit 969 today, today's high. And of course, we couldn't stay there. We never do. We usually sell off at resistance, and that's what happened. So let me tell you where we are, which is at 946. We are up more than 1%. The day's range, 924, and the high side, 969. To the north side from where we are takes us to 970, and that is resistance and a potential take profit area. Above that, for Wednesday, takes us to 984 and 997. I do not anticipate we get to this level. To the south side, we are very close to the middle of the trend and the baseline where price moves through either to go to the downside or to the upside. And that line will change every single day. That is right now at 943. Below that, at another level of support, 916, 902, and 889. Ignore this line. I sold out in the past at this level for my mom, and I think I made a really good return for her. And since then, the price has gone up, and I'm still in this trade. So I was tracking this for a viewer, and he wanted to know if I thought we were going to hit 950. And I have been tracking it here for him, and we never made it this week here that ended the 19th, and it did not hit the week ending the 26th. But we got close to $9.44, but no cigar. And we hit it today right there. So looking left, this is resistance. And what happens at resistance? The price falls. People bought in again, and it started to go up. Note the buy in here at resistance, and then made it all the way, this is support. Made it to resistance and a sell-off. So this is the buy-in. This is also resistance up here. Anytime you get to 2, 3, or 4, that is resistance. And I know price will crack at that level, and it did. Looking here, looking left, another level of resistance fell down. this level here is support and a buy-in. And when we are down here and we get to the middle of the trend, that is resistance from where we were. And then we tried to rip up, but it didn't make it. It fell back down to support. And I have a sell order for myself at 997. I was thinking of selling it in the I think it was 975 range, but I have changed my target, and if we make it there on Wednesday, which I do not anticipate, I will be out. But if we don't make it, I'll continue to hold on to this because I think we are on an upward trend, and you can see that with the channel. But overall, this is an cannabis ETF, which I think in general it should go up, especially if the federal government approves cannabis at the federal level. All right, really quickly, UPS here. We tanked today. The company said that they are slashing 12,000 jobs, and that means I'm sure there will be profitability if you're slashing wages. And it's, I guess, contract negotiations that they entered with their union, so they're paying more in wages. But right now we're at 145.06. 145, let me change this, 145.06. All right, to the north side takes us to the middle of the trend and resistance at 147.31. A gap forms to the upside at 149.50. Two standard deviations and resistance and a potential take profit area at 153.45. Apparently, UPS slashed jobs based on projections from last year. So a bunch of things to take into consideration. But if you want to read more about that, it was based on revenue, and it went down from the previous year. But right here, where's the article? Where did it go? Oh, here. Plan to shed about 12,000 jobs. The company said this and maintained staff work from office 5 days a week starting March 4th. I cannot believe they have not made people go back to work yet. This is just a joke. The package delivery company seeks to boost productivity amid a protracted slowdown in business. And then Elon Musk also, his pay package has to be renegotiated. That's a joke also. And Elon came out and said, don't incorporate your company in Delaware. Oh, he's got a lot of balls, that one. I love it. He's so rich, he doesn't care, and he's not worried. And he speaks the truth. I love it. Okay, back to the price target. Roughly 153.52, 156.80. The gap fills at 157.55, and another level of resistance, 159.69. Okay, to the south side, 141.06, 137.94, 134.89-ish. And then this gap also to the north side, just a tiny one, but if we make it to 4 standard deviations, that will take care of that. But that one closes out at roughly 159.14. And just for giggles, I'm going to show you Tesla. Then I've got to stop. This video is getting awfully long. All right, we had a gap here that closed. It ripped up and closed to the south side, so we're done there at 190.93. 191.59 is where we ended. Okay, to the middle of the trend, 193.11, 197.40, 199.43, and I do not think we will hit this on Wednesday, 201.63. This gap that I talked about in the past is still in play. Check out my old videos if you want to see more gaps. And gap plays, this one, yay, closed out to the downside, so no longer a threat to our accounts. We are done with that. Let me remove. All right, and to the south side, 188.91, 186.85, 184.81. And there are some gaps that I've been tracking for a very long time to the south side, all the way down to 161.76 for this one, 145.43, and many other gaps as well. We're not in the channel, not in the zone, something to be aware of. Right now, fortunately, we are in an upward channel. And then we have other gaps to the south side over here as well. Not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close. Where we are and very close to is -2 and 2 standard deviations. All right, that does it for me. Thank you so much for watching.